guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ali if you're new here, and today I thought we'd try something new and I'm so excited to try this. I am obsessed with Vogue Beauty Secrets. I'm never gonna be on Vogue. It's been really hard to accept, but like I know I'm never gonna be on Vogue. Thought we'd do our own fun version of it today. This is gonna be my Vogue Beauty Secrets from my own channel. It's just gonna be a quick, easy, get ready with me, like my everyday makeup. I'm not a makeup artist either. Any makeup artist watching this, please don't attack me. But this is just some tips and tricks I've learned from my mom, my friends, Vogue Beauty Secrets, or just endless YouTube get ready with me videos. This is gonna be my little Vogue Beauty Secret, so let's get going, guys. So before we get started with Vogue Beauty Secrets, why do these celebrities always have like the most beautiful bathroom setting in the world? Okay, like we're doing this from my bedroom at my desk, okay? That's the best I could do. But you know what? I think it works. We're starting out with a completely clean face. I have really sensitive skin, so I try to put as clean of products as I can on my face because it's so sensitive. So we're gonna start out with just getting it ready before we start putting on all the makeup. So the first thing I do with my face is it's so dry all the time. This has been my tried and true maybe since I was like 14 or 15. My dermatologist said this was the best for sensitive skin and for dry skin like mine, and I have both of those. So anyway, this is the best for it. It's the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Cream. I've been using this the past 9 years or something. Once I find something I like, I really don't change it, hardly ever. And it's just like really nice, just like cream. So we're gonna take about a little dollop of it, rub it into our hands and then all over our face. It is really moisturizing, and one thing I really like about it is it doesn't have any fragrance in it. We're just gonna rub that into our skin, and then my mom's always said to get like down your neck, like with the excess, and then your ears. Do not forget your ears. Now that we put on the moisturizer, we're gonna go in with sunscreen. This is just the Neutrogena Clear Face. I think it's SPF 50, yeah, and it's oil free. So we're gonna put this, just a little bit of this on because it's important to protect your skin, guys. I've tried to be better about wearing sunscreen just because it was something I never thought of for a long time. Protecting your skin is a real thing and you should definitely do that. So we're just gonna rub this in. I love the smell of sunscreen, by the way. Like, oh my God. It just smells like you've been on the beach. I love it. I love it so much. Now that we have the sunscreen and the moisturizer sitting on my face, we're also gonna do, I love this product. I use it like every other makeup step just because it makes my face feel so refreshed and dewy and stuff. This is the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfined Setting Mist. That's a really long name. But anyway, it's just like a setting spray. I love this. I don't like refrigerate or anything, but it stays so cold somehow, and it just is so refreshing, and I feel like it kind of calms my skin down. So I'm gonna put that on my face, just let it sit for a second just to let it like melt in, and then I feel like my face will accept all my makeup a lot better for some reason. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I love that stuff. I really think e.l.f. and Neutrogena are both really good, like clean drugstore brands you can use that are inexpensive. So yeah, highly recommend that if you have sensitive skin. Like, they're the non-comedogenic products that aren't gonna clog your pores, so that's really good to keep in mind when you're looking for products. It's time to move on to Tinted Moisturizer. I am not a foundation girly. I've never been a foundation girly. It just is too dry for my skin. It usually clogs my pores, and it doesn't work on me. So anyway, I've loved Tinted Moisturizer since I like started wearing kind of coverage type products, and this one I've used for years. It's the best. It's more expensive. If you buy the full size, I promise you, you'll only buy it like once a year. I don't know if this is focused, but this is the Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. If you have the skin type like mine, I use Camo shade. But anyway, this is SPF 30. It's the best product in the world. I love it. It's very thin. You almost don't feel like you're wearing it. It doesn't have like that oily feel, which I also hate when I put on makeup. So anyway, love this stuff. One of the best tinted moisturizers out there in my opinion. Okay, so we're gonna put on some of this, but I'm gonna show you guys my little trick I do to make it go on my skin even better. I learned this trick years ago from a Vogue Beauty Secrets actually, and it was from Hailey Bieber's. She will actually take her foundation or tinted moisturizer. So you put a little bit of it on your hand, then you're gonna take whatever moisturizer you use, and I, as I mentioned earlier, use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. You're just gonna take a little bit of that as well. You're gonna put it on your hand with the tinted moisturizer, and then you're just gonna start mixing it on your hand. I like doing this because I feel like it thins the actual product out. It makes more of it, in my opinion, and then it's just gonna melt onto your skin 10 times better because it's mixed in with your moisturizer. Like, look at that. It basically looks like my lotion. And yeah, you just cover your face with that. Also love using my hands for doing my makeup because in that same video with Hailey Bieber, she was talking about how she uses her hands because she thinks it makes her makeup look more natural. There's like, you know, the natural oils in your hands, which I think people sometimes don't like because using your hands, like those natural oils will pick up a lot of the product, and like your hands are very porous, so like they'll take in all the product. But in my opinion, I like that because I feel like my face only picks up the product like that it needs, if that makes sense. Like I'm not putting too much on. So I like to use my hands when I'm doing this or like especially this part of the process. I used to use a beauty blender and I used to get so grossed out when, like, you know, the moisture would build up in a beauty blender and you'd start to see like the bacteria and like the little dots. Ugh, it makes me like want to throw up. So anyway, I hate using beauty blenders because I feel like they just hug so much bacteria in them, and then that gets on your face and that's not good. So using clean, just washed hands on your face, I feel like it's not that bad. If you don't like using your hands, you can use a beauty blender, you can use a brush. It's totally personal preference, but for me, I do like using my hands because I feel like it smooths everything out and I just get the product that I need on my face. But of course, using your hands isn't gonna get it like fully into your skin, so I like to use a buffing brush to like buff in the parts that look a little streaky and to make sure it all sets into my skin well. Oh, this one's from Sephora actually. My mom got these for me years ago. And clean your brushes. Don't forget to clean your brushes because I've been guilty of that and they get so gross. But anyway, so you're gonna take the buffing brush and just do this like circular motion throughout your face to like literally, as the word is, buff in your makeup. This is usually my first step, but I forgot. I just got too dang excited to do my makeup, guys. I like to let my lips, before I start doing my makeup usually, just start getting moisturized. So when I do my lipstick or lip gloss at the end of all this, like my lips are ready for all that. I used to use the Laneige lip therapy stuff, but it's so expensive and I go through it so quickly to where I wanted to find an actual good dupe of it. This one I found through a friend and I love it so much. It's the Vaseline Lip Therapy Rosy Lips, and it helps heal dry lips. So if you have that problem like me, very good for you. I love Vaseline. I'll use like the clear Vaseline as like clear lip gloss. Like that's like usually what's on my lips if I'm not wearing this stuff. It has like this very rosy color. This one's kind of gross because I've gone through this one so quickly. But yeah, it looks like the Laneige lip therapy stuff, and like I've used tinted lip balms in the past and I really feel like they're dry because however they get the pigment in it, I think it dries it out, or they don't have any color in them. And then I'm like, okay, what the hell? I could have just used regular chapstick. So anyway, this one I feel like actually has a nice rosy color to it and it moisturizes your lips. I love this stuff. It feels so soft and it's so inexpensive. I think Target usually sells it, so if you want to go to Target, look for it. If not, like Amazon, other places like that have it. However, it is gaining popularity, so it sells out a lot quicker. So I actually bought like a 4-pack of them the other day because I haven't been able to find it in forever. Honestly, I'll wear this on its own too. I thought we'd go a little bit more all out today, so I'm gonna add to this later on. But yeah, I love this. As you can see, it just kind of brightens my face up. It brings out this nice like natural pink color. And yeah, highly, highly recommend this stuff, especially if you like the Laneige lip therapy, but don't like the price. So yeah, Vaseline Rosy Lips. I love it so much. To like keep the dewiness of my face going, I'm gonna add more of the e.l.f. spray. Now we're gonna do concealer. I love the Tarte Shape Tape, I think is what it's called, but again, it's very expensive, and I feel like the only like really expensive products I use so far is this one. It's about $50. But like I said, you buy the full size, you'll have it the whole year. So other than that, I do use pretty inexpensive products, give or take a couple of these I'll show you. The dupe I found for the Tarte Shape Tape is, this one's so old, like it looks really bad, I'm sorry. Like the label's completely gone. You can barely see the little e.l.f. logo, but it's the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, I think is what it's called. And I'm so sorry, like even the shade's gone. So this is gonna be really fun when I try and find the new shade. And I'm just gonna take it under my eyes and do the little dot. This is when having a beauty blender actually does come in handy, but I've decided I'm not using those anymore because I get so grossed out by them. So we're gonna try using our hands and then the buffing brush to like, of course, finish it off. But I also saw the trick where you should never just do like a straight line under your eyes. You should make like this little triangle kind of to like open up your eyes, and then blend up, of course, to lift your cheekbones and all that. I'll do the rest of this off camera just so you're not sitting here for forever. And now we're gonna actually buff it in with the brush again, just the circular motion, but I'm still trying to make that little triangle on my face. When I'm doing like my natural makeup, I'm a big believer of like accentuating your looks instead of covering up what you look like. That's what my mom's always told me. I love that as the idea of makeup. So yeah, as you can see, I kind of stick to just not covering up my face but accentuating who I am. So yeah, if you're not a big fan of makeup because you hate how it covers it up, I think that's a good way to look at it. Now that we have the base, I am going to start adding the fun stuff. It's now time to go in with bronzer. I love bronzer. I have pretty pale skin, so I think it just brings a little bit more sun to my face. And it's been so hot this summer, like I don't even want to go outside and try and tan. That's how bad it is. So a little bronzer brings you some color, and who doesn't love that? So the one I use is a pretty inexpensive drugstore brand, and I think it's pretty good for your skin. I mean, it has doctor in the title, so like, I think that means it's not bad for your skin. It's the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I've had this for forever. It smells so good. It smells like sunscreen. Like, oh my god, it just smells like that nice like coconut, like the sun bum stuff, or just copper tone, you know? So it smells like you've been at the beach, which I love. And then I just take this Eco Tools brush that I've had, you know, swirl it around, and then I've heard it's like a cardinal sin if you don't do this. You know, that gets some of the like excess off. And then I learned this trick on like a Sephora video years ago. So you kind of pinch the brush to where it's no longer like round, and you're gonna start up here. You're gonna do like a 3 motion. Like, see, you like 2, 2, 2. And do the sound effects if you want, it makes it more fun. That just gets up here, here, and here. So you're not just putting like a streak of basically tan on just your cheeks. It kind of looks more natural. And then after doing that, I like to go in and just add a little bit more to my cheeks, because of course that's the part I want to look really tan and that sun-kissed look. It's a very subtle sheer color too, which I like, to where you can build it up and it doesn't look too different than your own skin. It really does look like just a natural tan you got. And then I like to do a little bit on my nose just to keep the fake tan going. And oh my god, it just smells so good. It's scrumptious how it smells. So yeah, I love the Physicians Formula stuff. The next part I'm gonna do is blush. I've had like a love-hate relationship with blush over the years. Like I said, my skin's very sensitive to where when it gets irritated, especially on my cheeks, it'll just stay red for the whole day. Drives me crazy, but with this rosy cheek thing that's come in recent years, it has worked in my favor. There was a long time where I was just like, no blush, strictly no, because of that irritation thing I have. I was almost jealous of when girls could wear like beautiful blush and it looked good, because I was like, if I do that, I'm just gonna look sick. But over the years, I've tried getting over that, and now I love blush. I feel like it's like my favorite part of the routine. So we're just gonna use a pretty simple pink blush today. It doesn't have any shine to it, and I'm sorry, I don't even have the shade. This was from like a Disney ColourPop collection. There's Rapunzel. My mom got this for me. It's actually such a good blush. Like, I love it so much. It's very sheer pink blush. Yeah, it doesn't have the color because I think it was like a limited edition, but it's ColourPop, so if you want to try and match a shade to it. I love ColourPop's blushes, and I have a blush brush. This is actually from Ulta, but my mom got these for me also, and they're Black Widow themed for when she had her movie come out. Like, it's almost gone, but the little symbol's right there, and I love these. We're gonna take just a little bit of it, and once again, you will be persecuted if you don't do that, okay? I'm sorry, it's just a rule. I also have a more round face, I think, so I like try and do the trick where you like blend up to lift your cheekbones a little bit. I'm a big believer in doing the smile when you do your blush, because Lucy Hale one time said that, and if a Pretty Little Liar says to smile while you do your makeup, I'm gonna listen, okay? So anyway, I'm gonna do like an awkward little smile and then add the blush. And as you can see, I'm like brushing it up. Like I said, I think that kind of lifts your face and makes you look like you have these Bella Hadid cheekbones, even though I don't. I'm a big believer, you know, people say about your eyebrows, they're sisters, not twins. I believe that with your cheeks because in my opinion, they're never gonna look the same on me. One's always gonna look a little bit more different than the other. If you haven't noticed, since I started this video, this side of my face has been doing the rosy red irritation thing. So it's already gonna look a little bit more red than the other side, and I've just accepted that. It's just something my skin does, and I'm gonna live with that. And then we're gonna do, for the little sun-kissed look, just whatever is left on your brush, I put over my nose. So it looks like I have that little nice sun-kissed look. And so yeah, that's how I do my blush. If you feel like you have a little bit too much, I mean, taking a beauty blender or your like foundation brush or something and kind of picking some of it up, it might do something, I don't know, but that's what I do. As you can see, it just adds a little bit more color to my face. It makes me look more awake, so I love adding blush. It's been a journey for me to like blush, but I am a fan of it now. Next is the really fun part, and that is highlighter. This highlighter is my favorite thing in the world. It's the Rare Beauty Liquid Luminizer. That's really hard to say. I love Rare Beauty. I also use their primer. I forgot to use it at the beginning of this video, but it's like the pearly primer. Best thing in the world if you want like a nice glowy look. And this Enlighten shade was sold out for literally years, okay? Because I think it's the one when Selena does like her videos with Rare Beauty, that's the one she likes to use, so of course people want what Selena Gomez is gonna use. And then Taylor Swift supposedly uses it also, so when I saw she was wearing it, I was like, I actually really need it. And then one day I saw it at the mall, it was the last one, so I grabbed it, and this is the same one. I treat this like it's the fountain of youth and you can't let it run out. I love this shade so much. It just is this beautiful shiny color that I feel like works on so many skin types. So anyway, when you take it out, like a ton of product gets on it. And I feel like with Rare Beauty, their slogan should be a little goes a long way. That's how I've been able to make this last. But anyway, so like, as you can see, I almost brushed all the product off. And then we're just gonna go kind of like in the middle of my cheek and just do a little dot. It dries really fast, so blend it as soon as you do it. And I'm just gonna dot it into my skin and then try and get some here and then go up my face because I feel like it lifts your face. I feel like I could add a little bit more. So yeah, and I'm gonna do it to the other side of my face, of course. Then this little trick I do to add to my nose, and I take like a little dab of whatever comes out of the bottle, and I'm just gonna lightly tap it onto my nose to give myself a little bit of that shine. And then I never do the Cupid's bow because I feel like my upper lip will sweat pretty easily and it's just not gonna stay. It just adds this really beautiful natural shine. I love this highlighter. It's the best in the world because I feel like it actually shows up. It doesn't like disappear into your skin, but it doesn't look like too much. So I love this stuff, and if you can get your hands on any of these shades, like they're the best. But if you can get your hands on Enlighten, snatch it up because it's the best thing in the world. This is my bronzer, blush, and highlighter all together, and I just feel like they melt really well together. To make it melt even better, we're gonna add more of the setting spray. Well, I'm gonna be really honest, I cannot do eyeshadow to save my life. It's just not my thing. It's not a journey for me. I remember when I was on drill team in high school, it would be like 7 in the morning and these girls could do the most beautiful, like jaw-dropping eyeshadow, and I literally, beyond me. I've tried, I'm not good at it. So I learned this trick originally from one of my favorite YouTubers in the world. Like, I swear to you, she's like my comfort YouTuber. Her name is Christine. If you've never watched her channel, please go watch it. Literally, I want to be her. She's the coolest. But I was watching one of her get ready with me's, and this is what she does, and I took that as like the Bible, and that's what I do. She uses the Match Stix Fenty bronzer stick, but she put it on her eyes. Take this bronzing stick, and then go onto her finger, and whatever product got on her finger, she'd go in on her eyes and do that. And you can play around with it, you can build it up, and since it's a cream, I think you can kind of manipulate it more. I kind of do it here to where it gives a little bit of a smoky eye effect. I love doing just bronzer on my eyes, especially cream bronzer, because I feel like I said you can manipulate it. In my opinion, I think it stays better on your eyes than a powder, because I've tried powder bronzer before on my eyes and it's not my favorite. I love doing this, and I love this color. This is the color Amber 1. It's such an easy, quick way to do your eyes. Also, if you have blue eyes like me, I've always heard that doing like just a nice natural brown will kind of bring out your eye color. So, I mean, I take that as the truth. I don't know if it is, but So for eyeliner, I actually learned this trick about a year ago from Sydney Sweeney's Vogue Get Ready With Me. So we're gonna take the NYX eyeliner stick in the Epic Wear line that they did. And this is deepest brown, and I actually think that's kind of funny because if it is deepest brown, it barely shows up on my skin, but I like it. But she was just saying like the brown really like looks more natural. So she like barely makes a little line, okay? And this isn't gonna be good. I'm not good at doing eyeliner at all. I've tried all the tricks. I've tried like, you know, the tape and then drawing on the tape. I've tried like pulling your eye and then doing the line. None of it works. I'm just not good at it. So this trick was a lifesaver for me because like I feel like I can do eyeliner, but like I don't have to be good at it. So anyway, she would like kind of pull her eye and then just do a tiny little line, and like as you can see that looks terrible. And then you could take like a smudge brush, or I'm just gonna use my finger, and you literally just brush it out, and then you can kind of smudge away what you don't like. And so that just gives you a really, like, I don't even know if it's showing up on camera, that's how light this is, but in person you can see like a super subtle wing that almost looks just natural. Like I was saying, if you mess up, everything's gonna be okay because you're literally almost smudging away all the product. So thank you, Sydney Sweeney, for the tip because this was a game changer. It's seriously so subtle, I don't even know if it shows up on camera, but yeah, it just gives me the tiniest little cat eye that looks genuinely like it could just be eyeshadow, and I love this trick. I like a nice shiny, kind of pearly, dewy look, but you want to clean up some of this shine, you know, just so you don't look like sweaty. So the product I've used for years is the Maybelline Fit Me, what is it? Loose finishing powder. I take a powder brush and then I just really like going in under my eyes so that part doesn't look super shiny, and I just tap it through. I don't really know how to do that baking thing. I want to learn, but I just haven't taken the time to yet. But anyway, that's about all I do to kind of get rid of some of the shine. But it made under my eyes like a little bit more matte and not as shiny. So yeah, love that product. And it's very buildable. You can keep adding to it throughout the day. So for my eyebrows, I really don't do much. Oh my God, this one's also really old. Like the label's completely gone. But I mean, I feel like you've seen it. It's the Benefit, I don't even know what it's called. It's probably like brow tint or something. I like to not put too much on my brows because I don't want it to look like these lines of paint across my face. So I've also heard if you like start in the middle, that'll make it look more natural. And then once you've kind of done most of the product throughout that, you can go into the front so it doesn't look so caked on, and brush up and over. I'm so bad about keeping my brows like kept up. Story time, I used to go get them waxed all the time, and then 5 or 6 years ago it was my prom, so I went to go get them done like the day before prom, and the girl, I don't know how I didn't notice till I got home, but I noticed she had somehow waxed them to where this one was at its regular length, but then this one was missing like this much of hair, okay? And it looked so bad. And my mom was like, oh my God, what happened? So we went back and I asked for someone different, obviously, because that other girl destroyed my face. And somehow, I don't know how this woman did it. Her name's Victoria, and Victoria, you saved my life. She fixed it and it looked so much better, and they looked natural, but it didn't look like, you know, half my eyebrows were gone. So I don't know what she did, but she worked a miracle. But ever since I've been kind of gun shy about going to get my eyebrows waxed, so I'll just clean them up and then go get them waxed maybe like once a year. I've started using the e.l.f. brow lift. It's like the clear gel, and I'm not too sure about it. I think I've heard people love the product. I think I just do it wrong. Like I'm still learning how to do it. Just take one of these like spoolies, and then I try and get as little product as I can, but it picks up a ton of product. So I'm just trying to learn. So we just like do the brush up and over. That's how I like set my brows to keep them staying. Next, we're gonna do my lashes. So I know a lot of people are scared of curling them, but I enjoy doing it. You just have to be careful with it because I've seen the horror stories of people accidentally like ripping their eyelashes off. But yeah, so you're just gonna take, this also looks like a medieval tool. Like what the hell is this thing? But so you're just gonna put the lashes in, and then I just do like 4 little pumps. It opens up my eyes. I wear contacts because I have terrible vision. Like my eyes dry out really bad when I wear my contacts too. And for years it was so bad. Like it was so bad to where I'd have to take them out because they started hurting. So I started thinking it might have been the mascaras I used, and I never used like one mascara. I would always like switch around. I like playing with them, but I think it was just the mascaras I was using weren't agreeing and they were drying out my eyes. So one day I looked up like what's a contact lens friendly mascara. I didn't even know if that existed. This also looks really bad because it's old. It's the L'Oreal Telescopic lashes. This stuff is a godsend if you have contacts, because they need to advertise it like this, but it is one that's contact lens friendly and doesn't dry out your eyes. This is in the black brown shade. I think I also got this trick from Hailey Bieber. I hate doing my bottom lashes. On my bottom lashes, it would get under my eyes and I'd look so bad to where I kind of hate doing my bottom lashes, but I thought I was the only person who did that, like didn't do my bottom lashes. I was so seen when Hailey Bieber doesn't do it either. So I only do my top lashes. And I think it makes it look a little bit more natural. I love this product because it like lifts your lashes really well and it looks still pretty natural. It doesn't get clumpy. And then another thing I like to do to like give it that more cat eye look is to like brush out the corners so like they have a little bit more dimension. But that's all I do to my eyes. It just lifts your lashes so well and it looks so natural. It doesn't get clumpy, and yeah, I love this mascara. Genuinely like my favorite. I don't think I'll ever change it ever again. Like I said, sometimes I'll just do the Vaseline like rosy lips and call it a day. But if you're wanting to do a little bit more, this is what I do sometimes. Okay, one thing about the Vaseline thing is it's really hard to open. I'm like struggling. There, I got it. So yeah, I'm just gonna take a little bit of the Vaseline again and put it on my lips, and genuinely you could just call it a day. Like this stuff, as you can see, gives you so much color and it looks natural. I love this stuff. And then I'm gonna take, I think this is a dupe of the Fenty lip gloss, which I also love, but I like this brand's dupe of it a little bit more actually because it has so much pigment. It's the Maybelline New York Lifter Gloss. This is in the shade Petal. I love this. I've used this one for a couple years now, and I think it plumps your lips a little. It doesn't like make them feel like they have like the plumping stuff on it, but I think it just makes it look like, I think that's why it's called the Lifter Gloss. It plumps them just a little bit. It's a beautiful color and it smells like cupcakes. I think Fenty has a smell to it too. I just put some of that over my lips. And it's a gloss, but it has so much pigment, like I feel like it works as a lipstick almost, so that's what I use it as. I think these work so beautifully together. Like this is them together. It lasts, like it stays on my lips and it doesn't feel sticky at all. Like it just is very moisturizing, very soft. I hate like how that matte lip stain or lipsticks will make your lips feel so dry. I hate it. So yeah, I think these two together are a godsend. I like to end with my lipstick and lip gloss just because I feel like it ties the whole look together. But yeah, we're gonna go in with one last setting spray. Gonna let that sit for a sec. That is my everyday makeup. It's quick, it's easy. If I wasn't being all chatty talking to you and I was just doing this like as I usually do, takes me maybe 10-15 minutes, and it's with pretty cheap products. I'm a big believer that makeup should just accentuate your features and make you feel good about yourself, and this is a routine that makes me feel really good about myself. But yeah, I love doing this. I don't know why, it's so fun. But yeah, this is the finished look. Thank you so much for feeding my Vogue Beauty Secrets delusion for 20 minutes because it's my dream to be on it, but this is my own version of it. I will try and leave all these products in my description if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more. I'd love you to join my little digital community and give me a subscribe, but if you don't want to, I get it. But I genuinely love doing these videos so much and this was a blast. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for my next video and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, bye. Mwah.